Atlanta. Used to be the terminus of the Western and Atlantic Railroad here. That's why they still sound the train horn inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Atlanta Falcons. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen in the booth. Riley Patterson on the field gets this thing going. Off we go from Mercedes-Benz Stadium. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25. The Falcons come out there led by Michael Penix, the second-year quarterback out of Washington. Greg taking over late last year and winning the job as the Atlanta starting quarterback.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year two. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year two, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year two is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And this will be a Falcons first down. He's got this up to the 35.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. They picked up 17 through the air. First down, Atlanta.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
That's into the hands of Warner, the tight end. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really smart play, especially considering how early it is in the game. If something's not there, don't force it. Just throw it away and play the next snap.
It is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Penix. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So on 4th down, the Falcons bring on Bradley Pinion to punt. Malik Washington deep for Miami. Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. The Miami offense set to go, led by 27-year-old Tua Tagovailoa. Greg, hard to believe, 6th season as the Dolphins quarterback.
If he's going to lead his team to a win, he has to be smart with his decision-making. The last thing you want to do is give the opposing team an extra possession solely because you got reckless with the ball. As long as he is calculated with those risks, I think they have a good chance today coming out on top.
From the 23, here's 2nd and a yard. A shotgun snap for Tua. Along the sideline, a nice catch. The feet in. It's a short game, but it'll move the chains. A first down.
Certainly not the biggest gain by any means, but he does a really nice job getting past the sticks, keeping his feet in bounds, and ultimately picks up the first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Tua. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Well, you can tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
Throwing on 3rd down. Tagovailoa. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So on 4th down, Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. The Falcons are going to send Jamal Agnew deep to return. Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. The Falcons offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. London brought in motion. They're going to go play action with Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
On 3rd down, Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field.
Just what the punter's hoping to do. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. The Dolphins offense are now ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll begin with 1st down from their own 11. Tua on the fake, gets it to Waddle. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
In motion is Hill. Tua going to give it to Achane. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
21 is the line to gain as we hit 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tua. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Dolphin 1st down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
The throw on the run is complete, and he's going to be taken down at the 37. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Dolphins 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
After allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll bring Waller in motion here. Tagovailoa working out of the pistol. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
3rd and long. Here's Tua. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Nick Westbrook-Akine there. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Falcons offense back onto the field for their next possession. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 6. From the gun, here is Penix. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
They'll run it here with Robinson. to the 20. And it's a touchdown saving tackle as he got this down inside the 5-yard line. It's a big run by Robinson. 47 yards.
Falcons, first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Wow, I mean, he's going to be disappointed he wasn't able to take that all the way, but that's still a heck of a run. In the end, after a good tackle to save the touchdown, they're still going to be set up with first and goal.
Mooney in motion. Robinson. And showing the quick feet there as he gets forward for a pickup of 3.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
One more time, it's Robinson. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Bijan Robinson, touchdown Falcons.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Extra point try forthcoming.
Lining up for the extra point.
It's up and through. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead.
Dolphins, nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, Malik Washington. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Dolphins offense ready to take over once again. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Tua. Sending it deep for Waddle. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Jalen Waddle, the intended target, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That one out wide to Achane. And he's out of bounds. We're going to mark him at the 35. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Miami.
First down, Dolphins.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
So after one, 7-0 is our score. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. The Dolphins in possession of the football. We begin the 2nd quarter. 1st and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. In motion, it's Waddle. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and you see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
To throw is Tua. To the outside, he's got Waddle. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. And they'll try to convert it on third down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And the Dolphins first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
And he'll get about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Tua gonna hold on to this. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
What can they do here on third down and 7? Now it's Tua. He'll try to run for it. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up first and goal.
A run on first and goal. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the play, but a real solid gain on first and goal. Second and goal. Achad trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself first and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown.
Now from a yard farther back, it's third and goal. Here's 2. Over the top. He's got it. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins.
And it really just comes down to the protection. You're sitting there third and goal. You have to give your quarterback the opportunity, Mike, to work through all of his progressions, and you need time to do it. Then it just comes down to making the right read. Touchdown.
Riley Patterson now to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Dolphins will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Jamal Agnew now to return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but it still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. Micah Fitzpatrick multiple times all-pro in his safety spot to record the sack.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Penix. That is the Pro Bowl safety, Micah Fitzpatrick.
I think when he goes back and watches this film, that's certainly going to be a ball he wishes he could get back. He puts a little too much air on it, and they're able to make a play, and they get themselves off the field.
The Dolphins offense and receiver Jalen Waddle getting ready to go back to work. We'll have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, here's Tua. Off balance throw, it's complete.
It's a big up of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Falcons' 43-yard line.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Here's Tagovailoa. Moving outside the pocket.
Tagovailoa scrambles from the pocket. Gain of 7. 1st down, Miami.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Once again, it's Achane. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
3rd and 11. Here's Tagovailoa. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
A little miscommunication there, and now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Out comes Riley Patterson to try the field goal. This is going to be from 53 yards out. And that is no good. He missed it. And the score remains tied at 7.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
On the give, it's Robinson. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
On first down, it's Penix. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 13 yards on that pass play. It's good for a Falcon first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
On the handoff, here's Robinson running right. And he's into the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. The kick is good. And the Falcons will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Dolphins 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return, and they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for first and 10. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw, and he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 7. Tua gonna throw. Trouble, and down he goes. Devon Diablo gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's third down.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Tua. This one caught by Waller. He's going to be out of bounds. He is well shy of where he needed to get to. It'll bring up fourth down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
17 yards. And the Falcons, first down.
Mike, I think Every offense would love to be able to call designed runs for their quarterback, but it's so dependent of who that quarterback is. And for this team, to be able to have that guy behind center, it just adds a different element to what they can do on offense.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. That's a short pickup to about the 47. That's Jack Jones in on the stop.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 47-yard line.
Second and 7. We'll go play action now with Penix. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
From the gun on third down, here's Penix. And this ball incomplete on third down.
And the best offense on third downs, Mike, is to be really good on first and second down. This keeps teams from putting themselves in these unfavorable positions. It's part of the reason why these drives continue to stall out.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he is on to punt for Atlanta. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Dolphins offense about ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. That's caught downfield by Waddle. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. Two minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. Man in motion here is Washington. Here's a give to Achane. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
2nd and 10. They'll bring Waller in motion here. To throw on 2nd down, it's Tua. Side by Waddle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. On the handoff, this is Achane. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for a Dolphins 1st down.
Well, that right there, Mike, is your once-a-game reminder of just the importance of short tackling. This run never gets anywhere near where it ends up if that initial hit was stronger and he was able to take him down.
And he will give himself up at the end of that one.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Here's 2nd and 6. A run, and it's Achane.
All week long, they stress, Mike, that we have to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground. But you can see the effect of rallying to the ball as it had here. They're able to take him down, and they're able to do it for a loss.
3rd and 7. They'll bring Waller in motion here. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Now a timeout. Atlanta. That's their first. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime. Out comes Riley Patterson to try the field goal. This from 45 yards away. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Dolphins are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Agnew on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Falcons offense going to take over just before the half. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Ooh. And the strength on display rattling through tackles for a gain of 8 yards. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the 2nd quarter clock.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Devon Achane ready to take the field. The rest of his Miami offensive teammates. Trailed by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. A pistol set with Tagovailoa. A quick slant into the hands of Waddle. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
And that's going to be incomplete, but there's a penalty flag on the field. We'll let the officiating crew sort this one out. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. They'll bring Waller in motion here. Now Tua. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
From the gun, here's Tua. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Leonard Flores getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line. And if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
3rd and a long way to go. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
It's 3rd down. It's a passing down. You know they're going to bring pressure. We've seen it time and time again. But as we've seen, this offensive line, they just haven't been able to handle the different looks the defense has thrown at them, and the sacks keep piling up.
Team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. As he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Falcons offense getting ready for their opening possession of this 2nd half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. And here comes Robinson on a toss to the right. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. From the gun, here is Penix. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. This will not do the trick. They stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass. So they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
Brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Dolphins offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
To throw is Tua. There's that man again. Another catch.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Here's Tua now on second down. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
A ball deep for the end zone. That is hot. What a throw. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
On comes Patterson for the PAT. His kick is good, and the Dolphins move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Agnew on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. In trouble, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Pitts is the man in motion. Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
On 3rd down, Penix. He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. And on 3rd down, that ball's incomplete.
We had a chance to sit down with the defensive coaches the other day, and we asked them, give us a few key points for today's game. And the first thing out of their mouth, Mike, what was it? It was, we got to get off the field on 3rd down. Well, here we are in the second half, and they've done just that. Right now, this offense has no answers on 3rd down.
Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line.
Take over first and 10.
Now, Tua and the Miami offense head out for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
You can tell that all these hits, Mike, they're starting to add up. He just doesn't look comfortable. His eyes aren't downfield. You can see his feet are unsettled. When you get sacked this many times in a game, it's kind of hard to blame him, but he's definitely feeling it.
Out of the pistol, here's Tua. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I don't think this lead is insurmountable by any means, Mike, but they're going to have to find a way to take advantage of some of these possessions as they try to close this game out.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Now it's Tua. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
Sometimes it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you. And here's one of those examples. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this first down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the first down marker, sets up 4th down.
Punt team headed out for the Dolphins, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense ready for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Out wide, that's Robinson. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
On 2nd down, Penix. Checking it down, this one is caught. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Penix. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Taking advantage of the room to run. A gain of 19 on the scramble.
That's good for a Falcon. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now this is going to... Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. A gain there of 11. First down, Atlanta.
First down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And strong running in deep. Inside the 10-yard line, a gain of 9 on the carry.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Another run here for Robinson. And he'll get into the end zone. Bijan Robinson, touchdown Atlanta. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. And making a hat trick. That is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value. And so far, this guy's been incredible.
The extra point by Romo is good. And the Falcons move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Washington now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Dolphins offense and receiver Jalen Waddle getting ready to go back to work. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the 3rd quarter. They'll start on the ground. It's A-10. The defense stringing them out. No gain back to the original line of scrimmage.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Tungo Valoa. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Good pickup of 16 on that screenplay, and a first down. So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. A run with the fullback in goal. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
I'm all for giving the ball to your fullback and giving him a chance to get in on the action. But I don't love running him side to side. That's the running back's job. If you're going to give it to the fullback, plow ahead, come on offensive line, let's get some push. But now you find yourself losing yardage. I just don't love the call.
Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. 22 yards, the pickup there. First down, Miami.
First down, Dolphins.
So, Mike, at the core of a successful zone replay is that the quarterback understands which defender is he responsible for. That is the defender they're trying to put in a bind. In this case, he chooses the runner. The quarterback pulls the ball, and
this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Zach Harrison in there for the sack. Worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
You just have to have a better plan coming into the game when you're facing this sort of pass rush. You are not going to be able to sit there with long developing plays and pat the ball in the pocket. It has to be read 1, read 2, check down. Get the ball out of your hands. Protect your offensive lineman a little bit.
The RPO, that one is complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there is a flag on the field. You wonder if that was a push-off. A shotgun snap for Tua. He takes off. And a nice run, sliding to a halt. A pickup of 9.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
3rd and long. Here's Tua. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And he can hang on. It is incomplete. A chance there, a big chance for a huge play, but he couldn't reel it in.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with the deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. The Falcons offense getting set to get back to work. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Plant. It's Penix. He'll throw it left and has his running back.
So there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
2nd and 5. A give, and here comes Robinson. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line. A big one here in the 4th quarter, and even 30 yards.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Not much there, maybe a yard. From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Robinson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, that 2nd down play call is not real fancy, but at this point, Mike, they're in a battle with the clock. How much time can they run off and try to protect this lead? But now it brings up a pretty interesting 3rd down. Can they keep the ball and finish this thing on offense, or are they going to have to punt it away and have their defense finish the game?
Put flat into the hands of Mooney. 14 on the pickup. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
That's good for a Falcons 1st down. 1st 10 at the 39-yard line.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 7. We're going to go play action with Penix. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. That's Bonito Jones getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
It is 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Left side in the hands of London. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass. Because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at 23-yard line. The Dolphins offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's 2. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
To throw on 2nd down, it's Tua. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Tua. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And now the punting unit will come on. They forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. He'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Jalen Phillips in there to drop him. Loss of 5 to start the drive.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Pitts is the man in motion. On 2nd down, here's Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he's out of bounds. That gains 13. He's going to make it a much more manageable third down.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from second and long to third and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on third, don't be surprised if they go for it on fourth.
On third down, it's Robinson. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controls the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up fourth down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
The Falcons send their punting unit out as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And this will not be returnable, as this kick will go out of bounds. The Dolphins offense and receiver Jalen Waddle getting ready to go back to work. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That's taken in by Achane. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Tua. This one complete to Washington. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. They get 21 on that one. Good for a Dolphins first down.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 8. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. That one out wide to Achane. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's a designed run. They'll try to run for it. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. A gain there of 20. First down, Miami. In motion, Westbrook and Keenan. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
From the gun, here's Tua. Oh, and a crusher there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down.
sometimes in the NFL, you have to be careful what you ask for. This offensive line, they were very clear to us this week. They wanted to take on this group. They loved the ability to be challenged. Well, they might have poked the bear a little bit too much because they've now surrendered a whopping 10 sacks in a single game. And I don't think there's been any signs of this pass rush slowing down.
The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. Now it's Tua. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down.
If you can rush the passer, you can close out games, and that 3rd down sack is going to go a long way to closing this one out. Forces 4th and long, a desperate offensive possession. It's going to all come down to this 4th down try.
Here we go. This is 4th down. In motion, it's Waddle. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he's going to go down. The pressure too much. And that should wrap this one up as they have to give it up on downs.
So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
Pitts is the man in motion. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts. But this one is about done.
It's 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8. On the give, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down. We'll see if they want to use that final timeout or not. Things are pretty much spoken for.
Now 3rd and 5.
Third down, they need 5. To throw is Penix. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen, and he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Good-looking screen play there, a gain of 11 and a 1st down.
And after that 1st down throw, Mike, it's really a deflating moment of the defense. They understood the urgency of getting off the field and getting the ball back to their offense. Here we are under 2 minutes in a 1-possession game.
So it's a win here for the Falcons. They proved much the best in this one. They get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons are winners as we say so long from Atlanta.